Yo, what is up, Canes fans? Not a victory cigar tonight. Not at all. Not a victory cigar. It is The Beast. Welcome back to the channel, The Beast On. I'm The Beast, Brian London. You can follow me on the socials at Miami Radio Beast. And the Twitter timeline tonight was cranking as the Canes... Let me get this straight. Let me marinate on this for 1 second. The Canes tonight, the Miami Hurricanes, they did win, so that's something, right? Canes won. They won by 2. Nice field goal in the last minutes by another Borregales. I don't know why I had to go Hispanic pronunciation on that. So that's good. But the opponent was Appalachian State. And a 2-point win over Appalachian State doesn't quite get it done for me. Now, maybe you are the glass half full type of person. In which case, you'll say, a dub is a dub. A win is a win. A W is a W, right? You're that type of person. And then, in which case, hey, came down the field, scored a field goal against Appalachian State, you played defense in the end, and you won. Woo! Party time. Maybe that's you. Maybe you are the glass half empty type of person. In which case, you had Manny Diaz fired in the first quarter, Blake James fired in the second quarter, the entire board of trustees gone at halftime, and the entire university dissolved by the end of the third, and the fourth was pretty much you trying to figure out what you were going to do with the rest of your life. I'm neither. And therein lies the issue. Because if you know me personally, or if you've known me over my 25 years in covering the university, 26 years in covering the University of Miami at this point, 27 years actually. If you know me over my 27 years of covering the University of Miami at this point, you would know that I am as passionate and caring about this program as anyone on the face of the earth that has been on the face of the earth or that will be on the face of the earth. It is the alma mater that I went to. It is the only place I ever wanted to go from the time I was born and could talk. I was about the University of Miami, both on the field and off, academics, medical school, the whole thing. And it is, I'll be honest with you, I am at the point, and I'm completely sober at this point. I'm drinking my nighttime water. I'm at the point where I just find it hard to care. That's where we are. I just don't get jacked up. When something goes wrong, it's like, Like, here's an example. Tonight, watching the game on the couch. Now, I was supposed to be at the game, covering the game. Somehow, my parking pass that the media relations department was supposed to send to me never made it to my email box, but that's okay. Hopefully, we can get that remedied by next week in Michigan State, because that's going to be interesting. So we're sitting on the couch watching the game. The wife, the son, myself. And the wife is a Gator, right? We know this. Not happy about it, but, you know, you can't choose who you love. It just happens. Wife is a Gator. And she's more into the game and cheering more for the University of Miami and caring more when they screw up than I do. And she's a Gator. Grew up a Gator, went to UF, has no allegiance to the University of Miami whatsoever. Not even like she was one of those kids that grew up in South Florida and loved the U, but went to UF. Not even that. Like, she loved UF her entire life. Except when she lived in New Jersey, when she loved Rutgers. But listen, that was like when she was 6. We can't go there. what has happened the last 15 plus years with this program has turned me into just an apathetic, not caring person that watches these games, which is great. Like, if I go to cover a game, it's fine. It's, hey, I'm an unbiased journalist. It's going to cover a game. But that's not what it's supposed to be. I'm an alum. I've given my life to the University of Miami. I mean, like, I believe, and I don't want to get creepy, but I'm pretty sure in my last will and testament that I have, I'm pretty sure I have my ashes being spread on the UM campus. Might have to revise that. It's just not, it's just been too long. And I know that you want the coach fired and you want the AD fired, and what I've been trying to tell you for years, and very few of you listen to me, because you're on the Twitter and you're just like, fire Manny Diaz and fire Blake James. And that's great, but it's not going to fix the problem. It's not. The problem lies above the ranks of athletic director. The problem lies with the board of trustees and the athletic advisory board, which is a subgroup of the board of trustees that oversees the athletic department. Because whether it was consciously or subconsciously, or maybe unconsciously, a long time ago, they decided that, I don't think they came out and said this, but somehow they decided that records, winning, losing, not as important as taking millions in from the ACC's television deal and Adidas and other sources of revenue, and not spending too much money on coaches and winning. And that's a decision that's made above the athletic director, right? It's an organizational university decision. It's not by the president either, Julio Frank, from what I've heard, cares about as much about football as I care about getting my hair done. Understand? But again, it's not the president. The university is run by the board of trustees. That is who runs the university. And there's a little special group that oversees, of the board of trustees, that oversees the athletic department. And that's the deal. And until they want to win and put the money into winning, then it doesn't matter who the coach, the AD, or anyone else is. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Name the movie. Dated reference, but it goes back to my summer camp days when that was a thing. Like we instead of color wars, we had college days, and if we lost college days by a lot, we would just start chanting, it just doesn't matter. And that goes back to a movie, which you're going to name. I don't have any free giveaways, although maybe CAO, my favorite cigar provider, will send some cigars or something for me to give away. So that's the deal. So, when I see people saying fire Manny or fire Blake or fire this person, you could do that. And had they lost to Appalachian State, I probably would have been advocating for that myself. But in the end, it really doesn't matter until the real powers that be actually care and want to win. Everyone's like, oh, well, go get Mario. Mario's making $2.5 to $3 million more than Manny Diaz. With what money? How are you going to do that? That's not a Blake James decision. That goes above Blake James. Blake doesn't really control the money of the university. Board of Trustees does. And whether you agree or don't agree, from a macro perspective, from the 35,000 foot view, in the minds of many, the money is going to flow into the medical school because they're trying to cure cancer before it goes to the football program. Now, you can argue that if it wasn't for the football program, there would be no medical school, and that's the side I'm on. I'm just telling you what they're saying. All right, now to the game real quick. Can't tackle still. Came into flat to a game that was a home opener against or after getting your butt wiped by Alabama. You should have been up for this game. You should have worked on the things that you did wrong against Alabama, and should have come out and crushed Appalachian State. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Appalachian State because I think they're a good little program and they're well coached. And they do the transfer thing well too, right? So I don't want to take anything away from App State, but Miami should have come into this game just hot on all cylinders, ready to go, cranking it up, and won like 52-20, right? We would have all been really happy with that. But no, you eked out a 25-23 win. You didn't cover. You didn't go over. You barely won. Derek King was off in this game. I mean, I know he was like, I forget what was it, like 20 of 33, something to that extent, for 200 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He ran the ball well. But he didn't make the best decisions. The play calling was crappy again. There was another couple runs up the middle that I saw that I just simply wanted to hurt somebody. And I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't understand why they can't get Will Mallory going. That irks me. I saw some bright spots. You know, Rambo was a bright spot. Smith was a bright spot till he got hurt, and it sounds like he's going to be out for a while. Chaney was a bright spot until he got hurt. It sounds like he's going to be out for a while. Those two injuries, from what I'm hearing, are serious. I thought Cam Harris ran the ball well. The offensive line wasn't horrible, although, again, pre-snap penalties pissed me off, lining up with four people in the backfield, and that stuff will piss me off. The over-aggressive penalties don't bother me as much unless it's targeting, because you should know by now. Luckily, both Bubba Bolden and Amari Carter were in the whole game. They didn't get thrown out for targeting, so that's a plus. Defensively, again, you can't tackle. I saw some good things from my boy Nesta. I don't know why he's my boy. I just said that. He's not really my boy. I wish he was my boy because I love the name Nesta because it's Bob Marley's middle name, and I love Bob Marley, and it's really cool that that's his first name. I thought Stevenson did good. There was some good plays, some average play, and some subpar play on the defense. Bottom line is they couldn't tackle, or at least not up to where they should be tackling. Your best player is your punter. He's 110 years old. He's in his 27th year. That's your best player. That should tell you all you need to know about where this program is. So, Manny Diaz gets a stay of execution. Michigan State next week. It's a noon game. Hard Rock. Michigan State looks pretty good. I don't know what the line is yet. I haven't looked. I wouldn't be surprised if Miami was an underdog. And I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State came into the Rock and gave Miami all sorts of fits, especially in the run game. So look out for that. So that'll do it for me on this one. Please follow me on the Twitter at Miami Radio Beast. I'm also on the gram there, Miami Radio Beast, Snap, WhatsApp, Telegram. I'm on everything, everywhere. Just find me. I'll chat with you. We'll have some fun. Go back and forth if you want. Hope to get out to the next game. Hopefully the media relations department will finally get me my parking pass, because homie is not going to the stadium and, Ubering or doing something weird to, cover a game. That's not happening. But hopefully I'll get there and see some of you. I won't be tailgating because there's still a Delta variant out there, and my idea of a fun day does not include super spreader events. But I'll wave. All right, that'll do it for me. See you when I see you. Peace.